Hi guys, welcome to your first art lesson remotely, which is going to be a bit exciting. So this first one, I decided that you're probably going to be sitting around at the desk doing a lot of writing and things like that. And I thought about an activity where you get outside and have a look more closely at things in your garden or outside generally. So I was inspired by this because I saw a picture of the coronavirus through electron microscope. Now, it's a really big microscope that looks at really, really tiny little things. Generally, the pictures that you see through these microscopes are in black and white or grayscale, so just greyish and blackish colours. Often they colour them. This photo of the coronavirus, which I thought was quite pretty, is in contrasting colours. So they're colours that are opposite on the colour wheels. So we've got blue and red. It's quite a beautiful picture, and I thought maybe this would be a great idea for us to do an art lesson based around looking at things more closely. So I found an app which is called Magnifying Glass by Loop, and here's a picture of it. And what I'd like you to do is download this onto your iPad, smartphone, if you can, and we'll get started and go outside and look at doing some pictures through that. If you can't download the app, don't worry about it. Just see if you can find a magnifying glass or something like that. And if you can't do that either, then just look with your naked eye, but look really, really closely and see what you can see. So I've downloaded Loop onto my phone. You can see it's the blue icon with the magnifying glass here. And I'm just going to open the app and we can see what it does. It's a very simple app. So all it does here, you can see, is it's just taking a picture of whatever. You can see down the bottom here, it actually has 1 times magnification. And we can change that to 2 times magnification. Bit hard to see. 5 times magnification. Oop, that's 2, sorry, 5. And then 8. So we're going to look at a gum leaf under 5 times magnification. And you can see it's a bit fuzzy, but the detail is quite amazing that we can see. The best part about this is you can choose a particular view that you really like. I'm wiggling this around a bit, sorry, because I'm doing 2 phones at the same time. And then you can press this button over here, which will actually take a picture of it for you. Now then you should go back to your home screen and then go to your photos, and it should be the last photo that you took. Now this is what you're drawing your picture from. So keep that in mind, that you'll need the phone open to draw the picture, or you will need to print this picture out if you have that capability. That might be easier if it's your mum's or dad's phone. Okay, so let's get started. So I've downloaded the Loop app onto the phone, and now I've come outside. It's a spectacular day, and we're going to have a look for something that we can take a photo of that will look really interesting close up. Of course, there's plenty of butterflies around at the moment, so if you can find maybe a butterfly wing. I found one of those and it came out quite beautifully. So let's go around the garden and have a look and see what we can find. So here is a little patch of moss near my clothesline, and it's quite pretty. The light is on it just fine. There's actually a few drops of moisture. Now I'm going to get my app and I'm going to take a picture of this moss. Here's another fascinating little thing that I found. I have heaps of flowers in my garden, and this is one that I have found that I think would look incredible close up. It's very unusual. Should look good. Let's zoom in. This one's pretty scary and interesting, but it's a tiny little spider. I reckon if we zoomed in, it would look huge and quite terrifying. Here's a fluffy type of grass. this would be interesting to zoom in on because it's kind of a beautiful reddy brown, but also has tiny little yellow flowers inside it as well. Zoom in on that one and see what it looks like. To give you a bit of an idea of what our end product is going to be, I just wanted to show you these pictures. Oh, the sun's on them a bit. But you can see these are drawings of actual photographs I've taken. Some of them are very recognizable, some of them not so recognizable. There you go, I'm hiding my face completely now. But there you go. Okay, so I'm inside. I've got my paper ready, my A4 paper, and the thing you've got to keep in mind with this drawing is that you want it small. You don't want to fill the whole page, but you want to fill the whole space that you're going to draw in. And because we're making something small, I thought we could kind of pretend that we're doing it through a microscope. So I've got myself a glass and I am going to trace around the glass, and that's where I'm going to do my drawing. Okay, so drawing around the glass is a tricky thing to do when you're holding a camera as well, but there we go. And then you should have a nice little circle to, oops, mine's a bit messy, to draw your picture in. I'll get the rubber onto that in a second. All right, so I have my circle drawn, I have my rubber, and I have the picture that I took using the photo. The first thing I'm going to do is basically draw the main features of the picture. So we have a line across the middle, and it's, you know, a little bit wide, and then we have a funny little brown mark in here, so we'll just draw that, and then we have leaf veins that go on. What I love about this particular photo is that if you look really closely, look at all the little spots in there. I mean, this is just a eucalyptus leaf, so the detail is quite amazing. You've got all these different colours. You've got white around there, kind of brown, a reddish colour in here, green, white. So it's not just a green, oops, there it goes. It's not just a green leaf. It's actually really, really interesting and detailed. Those little white spots, I mean those little dark spots, are actually the oil glands which the eucalyptus oil comes from. So fascinating when you look really closely at something. So you can see by this picture that I took of the leaf in 8x zoom that that is this little section here. That's the little white spot here that I've caught so large there on this page. So I'm drawing all those kind of things in, and I'm also paying attention to the different colors that are here as well. So I'm kind of drawing light marks on my drawing to where that will be. Then I've got still a lot of detail to do that I need to put in, so I'm going to leave it here, but I will want you to finish that detail and then colour it using your coloured pencils. Don't forget about all the techniques we used about blending colours and blending edges into each other, so you get a really good looking picture. Once you have finished your artwork, you can do more than one, by the way, you can do several. Could you please take a photo of them and upload it onto Google Classroom into the art folder, or alternatively email them to me and I'll leave the address with you. And then I am going to turn them into a gallery, which I will put on the Montessori Noosa Facebook page so that you can see other people's artwork and they can see yours, as well as all the parents. So take a bit of time with it, don't rush through it, make it nice so it can be go up on display. Okay, till next time, I'll see you then.